Hello and welcome to part 3 of Back to Basics. In this video, I would like to show you how to put together the previous exercises and how to integrate the small finger movements into the large arm movements. We're going to start in the middle of the bow on the E string again, because we're going to be putting together all the previous exercises. So you put your bow onto the E string about in the middle, and then you start with the finger bowing. And then directly after doing the finger bowing, you travel from the middle to the tip and you do the finger bowing there, and then you travel back to the middle and do the finger bowing again. And then you do the same thing with the lower half of the bow. Remember, the lower half of the bow goes up and just takes a hand and arm along with it. And remember, curl your fingers and bend your thumb as you approach the frog. And then you stop in the middle. Then you do the same thing on the A string. And then you do the same thing on the D string, on the G string, back to the D string, back to the A string, and back to the E string. That way you're already combining the small finger movements with the larger arm movements. Important is to remember, how does one play in the upper half? That's done mostly by the lower arm. And how does one play in the lower half? Remember to curl your fingers and bend your thumb as you approach the frog. And also remember that you have to carry your bow more and more. That's done by the fourth finger. The fourth finger balances out the weight of the bow when you're at the frog, because the bow is too heavy at the frog. The bow's own weight would be too heavy for the string. The next step is doing the same thing with whole bows. So again, I would recommend to start on the E string and then move your way this way over the open strings and back again. And this is a very good idea to practice in scales as well. Start doing it on open strings first so that you can concentrate completely on what the bow is doing. And then the next step is to practice it in scales. That way you're continuously switching between the small finger movements and the large arm movements. The next step, which is particularly helpful for bow changes, is to play with the whole bow, then stop the bow and just do the last couple of centimeters of the bow in finger bowing. I'll show you starting with an up bow first, because that we need particularly down at the frog. So if you have I'll just start with the open A string just to give you an idea. Travel to the frog, stop, and the last centimeter is done with finger bowing. And then you go on. So that's very helpful to practice for bow changes. Stop, finger bowing, and then go on. You can practice that in scales as well. Start with the up bow, stop, one finger bowing, go on. Stop, one finger bowing, go on. That's a preparation for doing the same thing without stopping the bow. It's exactly the same thing as stopping. I approach the frog, and when I'm right at the frog, I do the finger bowing, and then I go on. By integrating these small finger movements with the larger arm movements, you're laying a solid foundation for your bow technique, and you will notice that you have a lot more bow control, both in the lower half and in the upper half. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this is helpful for you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and good luck and happy practicing to all of us.